The dream of owning my own home felt so far away. It was something I'd always imagined, but the reality seemed out of reach. Almost like it belonged to someone else's life, not mine. I didn't know where to start. Every website and article seemed to offer different advice, and the more I read, the more overwhelmed I felt. I saw my friend Albert, who'd already bought a house, and decided to ask for advice. I figured if anyone could help me make sense of it all, it would be someone who'd actually been through the process. Sitting down with him, I asked everything: how much to save, what hidden fees to expect, and what the real process looked like. I didn't hold back, and Albert was happy to share every detail, even the mistakes he made along the way. Albert was patient, gave me real numbers, and explained things like closing costs, property taxes, and insurance. He broke down the steps, making it all feel less intimidating and more manageable. Suddenly, buying a house felt less like a fantasy and more like a plan. For the first time, I could actually picture myself taking those steps, one at a time. The best part? Albert referred me to his mortgage broker and realtor, people he trusted. That meant I didn't have to start from scratch or worry about finding the right professionals on my own. That shortcut saved me so much stress and time. I could focus on learning and preparing instead of feeling lost or second-guessing every decision. I started out with a team I could rely on, which made all the difference. Knowing I had people in my corner gave me the confidence to move forward. Sometimes the hardest part is just asking for help. It can feel vulnerable, but it's the first step toward making progress. But that one conversation turned my dream into a real, actionable goal. Suddenly, I had a path forward, and it all felt possible. And it all started with a simple question, one that changed everything for me. With real numbers in hand, I set a clear savings target for my down payment and closing costs. I wanted to be as specific as possible, so I researched average costs in my area and factored in a little extra for unexpected expenses. This way, I wouldn't be caught off guard later. I broke that big number into monthly and weekly goals, making it feel manageable. Instead of focusing on the intimidating total, I concentrated on what I needed to save each week. This made the process less overwhelming and gave me small wins to celebrate along the way. I gave myself a one-year deadline, no excuses. Setting a firm timeline helped me stay accountable and motivated, turning my goal into a real commitment rather than just a wish. After setting my timeline, I made sure my credit score was in good shape. I checked my credit report for any errors and took steps to improve it where I could. Knowing a better score could help me get a better mortgage rate. I wrote my goal and deadline on a note and stuck it on my fridge. That daily reminder kept my mission front and center, making it impossible to forget what I was working toward. The clarity of a specific goal kept me focused and motivated. Whenever I felt tempted to splurge, I'd look at that note and remember why I started. Every dollar saved felt like a step closer to my own front door. Watching my savings grow even slowly gave me a sense of progress and pride. Instead of feeling overwhelmed, I felt in control. Having a plan made the journey less stressful and more empowering. The process was challenging, but having a plan made it possible. I learned to adjust when things didn't go perfectly and kept moving forward. A clear goal and a deadline can turn a dream into a mission. It's not just about saving money, it's about building a future you can see and believe in. That's what kept me going day after day until I finally reached my goal. Saving from my regular paycheck alone wasn't enough. I sold unused stuff I had, and I cut back on eating out. Mark's best advice: check your credit score early. A good score means better mortgage rates and big savings. I got my free credit reports, fixed any errors, and made sure my score was solid. I learned about all the extra costs, closing fees, taxes, insurance, so I could budget accurately. Then came the big step: getting pre-approved for a mortgage. My broker helped me gather documents and walk me through the process. The pre-approval letter showed sellers I was serious and gave me a clear price range. Having a trusted expert made the paperwork and decisions much easier. Understanding the real costs and having pre-approval made me confident. It turned a confusing process into a clear path. Preparation and the right support are everything. That's what set me up for success. With pre-approval in hand, I started house hunting. It was both exciting and a little overwhelming, knowing that every listing could be the one, but also that I had to stay grounded in reality. I focused on a realistic starter home, safe, comfortable, and within budget. Instead of chasing after dream homes I couldn't afford, I looked for places that fit my needs and my financial plan. My realtor respected my limits and never pushed me beyond them. They listened to what I wanted and helped me see the potential in homes I might have overlooked. There were disappointments and near misses, but I stayed patient. Sometimes I felt discouraged after losing out on a house or seeing something that just wasn't right. Finally, I found a modest, cozy house that was just right. It wasn't flashy, but it felt like home the moment I walked in. What made it even better was that it had separate units I could rent out, which meant the house could actually help bring in some extra income. Making the offer, passing inspection, and getting the keys was unforgettable. Every step felt like a milestone, and I realized how much I'd grown through the process. All the saving, side gigs, and discipline paid off. Every late night, every dollar saved, and every sacrifice made the moment even sweeter. If you're dreaming of your first home, start by talking to someone who's done it. Their advice and encouragement can make the journey feel less lonely and more achievable. Ask questions, learn from their journey, and don't be afraid to seek help. The more you know, the more confident you'll feel when it's your turn. Set a clear goal, track your progress, and look for ways to boost your income. Even small steps forward add up over time, and every bit of progress counts. Be disciplined, but also patient and kind to yourself. The process can be long, but taking care of your mindset is just as important as saving money. Homeownership is possible, one step, one smart choice at a time. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small, and keep moving forward. Your journey can start today. Take that first step and trust that your hard work will lead you home.